audible now. Hi. How is everyone doing today, ladies and gentlemen? How is everyone doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Great. Well, I'm here to talk about a couple of things. So firstly, my name is Vihaan Dave, and I want you guys to remember that. Mainly because my last name is important, Dave, not Dave. And my middle name is important to me, Pranav, my dad's name. Many of you know me, and I don't think any of you have seen me cry. But I think for today, you guys might see it for the first time. So let's go. Firstly, I don't need these, so let's just go off book. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm too scared to do that because honestly, I didn't even know I was going last today. I'm very scared. I have a fancy slideshow. My cue cards are written by hand. I don't know if I'm gonna read them. Oh, my palms are sweaty, my knees are weak, my arms are heavy. I'm nervous. I'm scared. And no, this is not about fear. This TED Talk is not about fear. But the truth is that fear is very interesting because it changes from person to person. For some people it might be spiders, for some people it might be tall cliffs. For you guys it's probably inflation. I'm so happy I don't have to pay taxes right now. Houses are expensive. I'm gonna live with you guys for a while, blah, blah, blah. So then what is the fear that captivates all students? It comes from a very simple phrase. I will not become successful. It's a very common phrase. And a lot of people, even whether they say it or not, it's a fear within them. And I wonder, do students know what success is? How to define success? And why it's so important? It was Walt Disney himself who said that the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. And this is very important because a lot of the times, students talk about becoming successful. I need to be successful. I want to be successful. How do you become successful? Do they know? So before we go into how to become successful, let's talk about what. What is success? I mean, by definition, success is the accomplishment of an aim or a pursuit. And success can tend to vary, whether it be for a civil, the way that jobs vary. Whether a civil engineer who might be wanting to make the best buildings in the city, or a dentist who wants to make sure that everyone's oral hygiene is up to code. The way that careers vary, our personal success varies, whether it comes to our personal life, our professional life, or even our familial life. People have different ideas of success. For some people, it might be wealth. Some people might want a socioeconomic point of success. Some people may want friends and followers. They want popularity for success. And some people might want a big, happy family. That's their idea of success. This doesn't mean that any way of success is bad or wrong. It means that everyone's is different. And the CEO and founder of Borland Group Incorporated, Jennifer Witter, said it perfectly. Each of us defines success in our own way. As you can see, success is not a recently conceptualized idea. It is something that has happened over time. Studies show that before, success was having a stable life, a big house, happy family, a nice car, a stable job. But nowadays, studies show that people have a different idea of success. For some people, it's a work-life balance. The idea of having accomplishment, the idea of reaching something. They want their life to be meaningful. And we forget that every life is meaningful. But we all try to become successful without knowing what it is. I'll give you an example. I talked to a medical student recently, or at least wanted to be a medical student, who told me that he wanted to become a doctor after 4 years at McMaster Health Science. And I was very shocked because, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure I know that it doesn't take 4 years to become a doctor. Between his undergrad, his med school, and his residency, it was going to take at least 11 to 15 years, and he was shocked. So I asked him, why do you want to become a doctor? He said, my aunt, my family, they told me that if I become a doctor, I'll become successful. That becoming a doctor is the only way that I will become successful. And I asked, is that true? Is that the only way that you can become successful? Think about it. Are you really going to study for that long for something that you don't even know whether you want to do? Think about it. He thought about it. He listened to some classes, he did physics, he did chemistry. Thank you, Mr. Wiseman, for the amazing physics lessons. And he realized, I want to go into engineering. And so he changed his pathway. He got into a good engineering school, and I'm sure he's going to do great because he has amazing potential. Now, if he had not thought about that, he would have been going onto a different path and might have had to change last minute. And I'll talk about another individual. I don't know if you guys know who this is, but Carl Benz. He was born in Germany a long time ago, and he grew up in a very poor family where his father died at a very young age. He grew up many times sleeping on an empty stomach, and despite all this, he was able to study and become a mechanical engineer. He started an iron foundry, and nowadays we don't really have iron foundries, but before those were basically workplaces and workshops where iron is melted down and basically put into different shapes and molds. He started it because that's what was supposed to be successful. His family told him, start an iron foundry, so he started one, and it went bankrupt. He lost everything, and he didn't come from a rich family, so he wasn't able to really do much, and he had to think, do I want to continue this? Is this what my success is? Is this where it lies? And so he thought about it. Thanks to the help of his wife, he was able to start a new company where he was able to research engine technology. He was able to create the first ever automobile in the history of the world, and now his automobile company is one of the most luxurious and most profitable automobile companies in the world. And if it wasn't for him thinking about what his success is, he would have never achieved that. We would have had cars much later, we wouldn't have had that company, and maybe our world would be a little bit behind. Not that much, but maybe a little bit. And so it really makes you think, can I define my success? Well, yes, you should. You see, the way that his family's ideas contradicted his own ideas is the same way that society's views of success can contradict ours. We are not a cookie cutter where everyone's success is the exact same. Everyone takes different paths. So how do we actually approach this? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, how do we actually approach this? Firstly, ask what you want to become. Do you want to become a multimillionaire and start a big business? Do you want to retire your parents? Maybe you want a big happy family. Maybe you want to end global warming. Maybe you want to feed the homeless. Maybe you want to do a little bit of it all. But how do we know until we find out what we want to do? So there's a 4-step program that you can take that was ensured by St. John's University in New York. The first step, reflect on your personal and core beliefs. Think about what really aligns with your inner compass. What's going to make you feel good? Now that you feel good, find out what's going to ignite your passion. That's the second step. What are you excited about? What's going to make you wake up in the morning and be like, I want to do this. I'm going to be happy. Because if you're not happy, then what's the point of the success? The third one is that no matter how resilient and how powerful each individual is, we cannot do it alone. Make sure that you're reaching out to like-minded people and networking and talking to others to learn about how you can reach your success. Give them the support that you would also get in return. And the fourth step is to determine your short-term goals. How are you going to get to that final step? But in the end of the day, you can't do any of this without having a final plan. You can't do any of this without having an idea of success. The truth is that life is unpredictable. Fate is unpredictable. Anything can change at any time. The way that Carl Benz's factory was going great until it stopped. But here's the thing. No matter how unpredictable life is, you can't go anywhere without knowing what you want to do. Because otherwise, we are going step by step on society's views. And society is not us. We are individuals. And so I ask you all to go home, think about it. What makes you successful? What do you want to do? It might change. And that's okay. Everyone's idea of success changes. I have a question for you guys, especially the parents in the audience. Is the job you're doing right now, is the idea of life, maybe your family, maybe your friends, maybe the country you're living in, was that the same as the idea you had maybe 20 or 30 years ago? Was it? No. Ideas change. But I can assure one thing. You all want to become successful. You all had a dream. You all worked towards it. And the problem is that as students, we don't realize that until a later age, that we need to work towards success. We need to have those steps. So go home and think about it. How do you want to become successful? Then only will you be able to become successful when you actually define your success. Define your success. And of course, the best way to teach is by example. So I would like to tell you guys how I plan on becoming successful. My one and true calling, my idea of success, the reason why I'm here today is my father. I don't want to be like anyone else other than my father, or even half the person he is, and I'm very happy about that. And I believe that everyone has their own vision of success, and that's mine, and I'm very happy about it. Thank you all, and good night.